Welcome to the Legally Speaking podcast. I'm your host, Rob Hanna. I'm pleased to introduce to you our Clio Con 2023 mini clips mini-series. I'm delighted to be rejoined by the wonderful Timothy Parlatore, who we had back on the show a long time ago now, who just continues to go from strength to strength. We've reconnected in person at Clio Con. So, Tim, great to see you.
Great seeing you too.
So, fill us in. Like, you've been busy, you've been growing since you last. Talk us through the firm's journey and what you've been getting up to.
It's been crazy. You know, we grew a lot, and in some ways, I think we grew too much, and so I did have to trim it down a little bit. But we certainly have improved the quality.
Yeah,
and it's been great. And yeah, personally, I've been getting into all sorts of crazy big cases, and so now I'm a regular on all sorts of news TV shows. So,
any favorites? Any favorites you like going on, not going on?
You know, it's interesting. I spend most of my time on CNN these days. So,
what's that like?
It's good. You know, it's good because they're interested in knowing, you know, what the real legal analysis behind these things are. And, you know, even if it doesn't fit into everybody's, you know, personal political agenda or whatever. Yeah, I of course always try to stay away from the politics, but I go in there and just kind of explain, how does it work and how does this really fit into the law?
Yeah.
So,
and it's no surprise. I remember when we interviewed you a while back now, you're a very forward thinker. You know, Your firm was ahead of the time, and there's no surprise I bumped into you at ClioCon, one of the best legal tech events in the world. Give us your experience of ClioCon, and then how important is technology to you in the running of your firm?
Oh, it's incredible. I mean, this is my third time in person at Clio Con. And, yeah, really from when I built the firm, you know, right from day one, Clio was one of the first purchases I made. And I built the entire firm on that platform. And so it is what allows me to have a team of attorneys that is, you know, around the country and actually around the globe. You know, right now, one of my people is working out of Okinawa, Japan.
Oh, wow.
And it allows them to work seamlessly across all these different time zones with nobody co-located whatsoever. So I love coming to ClioCon every year because it allows me to see what the newest, latest and greatest is, not just from Clio, but also from all of the vendors downstairs that work with Clio. And every single year I walk away with one or two new vendors that improve our processes. And I was telling somebody this morning, every single year it's been a value add because the money I save or the additional revenue we generate from, the connections I make here, more than make up for the cost of being here.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, it's my first time coming to ClioCon. Clio very kindly invited us over, and I've just been blown away by the level of content, and I would say to people as well, it's not a sales pitch coming here. You really do learn stuff, as a law firm leader yourself, like you say, you're learning about what are the latest, brightest and best things that I can learn about that I can put into practice and where you're not getting bombarded. So what are you most excited about in terms of looking ahead? Obviously the buzzword is AI for 2023. What are you most excited about in terms of the running of the firm and technologies or things you're thinking about?
I personally have a few projects that I'm working on that I'm really excited about. We're creating a new collaborative divorce center with the firm. And so it's going to be a fully remote option for people to get divorced, in a collaborative manner. Yeah, I always said from the beginning, the one thing that I refused to do with this firm was divorce. Right. So now I'm doing it, but I'm doing it different because collaborative divorce, something not a lot of people realize, before filing, both spouses hire attorneys, and then all four of them sign an agreement that they're going to work together to try and mediate and come up with a agreed upon solution pre-filing.
Okay.
And the key here is in that agreement, if negotiations break down and one side decides to go ahead and file a contested divorce, both attorneys are fired.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it incentivizes the attorneys to do the right thing and to get the case done. And so that's something we're creating a whole practice area out of right now that's going to be fully remote. And so gives people a much, lower cost option and much faster option because quite frankly, divorces are in this country way too expensive, way too time consuming, and way too mentally taxing, and largely because the lawyers are financially incentivized to drag it out.
Yeah. No, this is true. This is true.
So that's the thing I'm excited about. But yeah, the AI, I think it's interesting. It's something I haven't really thought as much about. Yeah, in my practice of being a trial lawyer, it's not something that I'm too concerned about a computer going in and talking to a jury. But I see tremendous benefits from it potentially certainly for the processing of discovery. And, when I'm cross-examining a witness, I was just on trial last week. And when I'm cross-examining a witness and something comes up, to be able to use that technology to instantly find that document that's way in the back of my mind that I read, 3 months ago, and to instantly have it to confront the witness, I think that can be a great benefit.
Yeah, no, it's huge. And obviously Clio have just announced Clio Duo today, which is looks like a huge, interesting AI feature. What are your thoughts on that? Is that sort of feature you get excited about when you see these sort of things?
I am. When we were sitting there and Jack announced that this morning, my wife, who now works with me, was sitting next to me and she leaned over and she said, "You need that." Because honestly, the biggest challenge that I face every day is balancing my life, balancing my responsibilities as a lawyer to my clients and my responsibilities as a managing partner of the firm.
Yeah.
And so something like that could really help to, clarify everything needs to be done and kind of, save me the time to focus on what needs to get done each day in both of my jobs, the manager and the lawyer job. It will free me up for more time as the husband and father.
Yeah, this is true. And that's important for sure. And let's talk a bit about that then. I don't believe in work-life balance. I think it's life and you kind of make the life work around. But, your firm, what I remember from a while ago, it really prided itself on allowing people to have that flexibility.
Correct.
Has that evolved? Is that still happening? Are people getting that flexibility? Is it working well?
No, it's still a cornerstone of our firm, is that by having a fully remote platform the way that we do and having everybody in the firm that's paid on a revenue percentage basis, they have the freedom to work as much as they want and to be able to shape their own schedules. And, they don't have to, go into the office. There's no commute. And so we really do still prioritize the quality of life of our attorneys, because let's be honest, life at a big firm where you're traveling in every day and being locked to a desk all day, that is bad for mental health. And most of what attorneys do around this country is bad for mental health. And, for us, that's something that we've specifically tried to attack. And, we're still going strong there.
You're going tremendously strong. And I'm just so pleased that we've got together in Nashville, in Clio Con. Why would you say to people, come to a Clio Con in Texas, Austin next year? What do you think is the kind of takeaway for people to come to these sort of events?
If you're running a law firm and you're looking for a better way to do business, or even just ways to tweak and improve your business model, you don't have to go to the extremes like I have and get rid of the office entirely, but to streamline your processes, there's so much to learn here, not just in the sessions, but just walking the exhibit floor, finding out all the vendors down there. And I know that the staff can sometimes, get a little bit nervous. Oh, you're going to find some solution that gets rid of my job. And I say, no, you're going to find solutions that's going to make their job easier and allow the business to expand so that they can spend more time doing the parts that are more fulfilling. And it's going to really expand your revenue, but not cause you to cut your payroll.
Yeah, it's getting rid of the mundane and the repetitive and the laborious for the more exciting. And the one thing that Jack talked about as well is improving that human connection.
Yeah.
Giving you that time to really invest in relationships. And that's, I know, something that your firm does tremendously well. If people want to find out more or continue to follow your journey or catch you on CNN, what's the best way for them to follow you, or website, social media?
Sure. Yeah. The website is www.parlatore Law Group. That's PARLATORE. And we have Instagram, Facebook, as well as my personal Instagram page is T Parlatore, first initial, last name. And, we're on all the different platforms.
Check him out. He's an absolute superstar. And Tim, it's been an absolute pleasure reconnecting with you once again. But for now, from all of us, over and out.